All right. Warm greetings to you, accountants. This is your lecturer again, Mr. Masiachengo, is going to take you again for another aspect which is very basic, which I think it will also help beginners in whatever they want to do. This is our virtual class, and we expect you to be taking down notes and to be following whatever will be happening. Okay, and our today's lesson is on balancing off. Okay, so we are going to concentrate on balancing off. Okay, balancing off is very important to be in a position to balance off the accounts when you are done with recording all the transaction in the ledger accounts. You are expected to balance off, but someone might be wondering what is balancing off. Balancing off means matching. It's a matter of just matching the figures on the debit side, figures of the debit side, and of the credit side in that very same what account. So in balancing off, what we'll be doing is very simple. It will be matching the figure on the debit side and the figures on the credit side. So I think this one is very clear. And I think these are some of the key notes that I think you need to take down as we continue with our lesson. I want you to try and take down these notes. Okay. On balancing off, we are expected to know you come across the issue of balance CD, balance BD. Okay, so for a start, we want to start with the balance CD. Balance CD stands CD stands for balance carried down. That is the balance to be used in the following month. And usually we need also to be in a position to know the debts that should be allocated to these balances. And on balance CD, we are saying balance, the CD carries the last debt. Okay, the CD should carry which one? It should carry the last debt. Okay, of that month. Okay, if we are in December, it means we use the last date of December is 31st of December. Okay, so on balance CD, we are expected to put the last date of that month. Okay, then also we move on. So we are done with this issue of balance CD. Let's also move on to this issue of balance BD. On balance BD, we when they talk of BD, what is the BD? What is the BD? In simple terms, they want to know the balance brought down. Okay, it stands for balance brought down. Okay, it means this is the balance brought down from the previous month. Okay, I hope you are following. And which date should be allocated on balance BD? Balance BD should always carry the first date, okay, of the following month. Remember, our last month was December, then the first date of the following month in this case, okay, it's not linking in this case, but we usually use the first date of the following month, okay, and we are assuming that our last date in this case was actually January, and the first date of the following month it will be February 1. Okay, this is what is very important. So maybe a quick rundown. We're saying balance C distance for balance carried down. Then it should carry the last date of the last date of that month. Then the other item which is very important is balance B distance for balance brought down. It means brought down from the previous month, and it should always carry the first date of the following month. We are assuming in this case, we are assuming that our last month was January, and the following month in this case is actually February. Okay, this is very important. So let's get to the nitty-gritties, to the practical aspect of it now. On the next slide, I want you now to participate in the practical aspect of this. Okay, let me try to clear my screen so that you can actually follow. I want you to be discussing now on this account whatever I've written. I think it's very important. Let's try to discuss. Okay, let's try to discuss whatever is there. I want to clear the screen. I think you can actually see that this is an account that has entries both on the debit side and also on the credit side. I think we did this one in our previous video, and I hope you can actually follow. Okay. All right, I think we are good to go in this case. Let's see now the actual name of this account. We are saying this is a bank account, okay? It's a bank account. It's indicating that there are transactions on the debit side and also there are transactions on the credit side, okay? This is January 10. All right, what do we do when you are balancing off? So what I'm going to do for the meantime is what we need to do, I need to create a working sheet for you to follow this. Okay, so this one is my working sheet. I want to just make it my working sheet below this, and this is our ledger. Okay, what you do, you compare the amounts on the credit side and the amounts on the credit debit side. You add amounts in this column. This is our debit column. Okay, I think we covered this one in the previous video, and this is our amounts again on the credit side. So what you do, you compare the amount. This is with this 2,000 plus 100, we get 2,000 what? 2,100. Okay, I think you can actually follow 2,000 what? 100. Okay, let me not use this one. Let me use the writing actually. I think it's faster. So we are actually saying this is what? This is the amounts. Why is it showing this? Okay, let me try to erase this so that it can be very clear to everyone. Okay, be it easy so that you follow. Okay, so what you do is you compare the amounts on the debit side and the amounts on the credit side. This is 2,100. I think my math is right on the debit side. On the credit side, we have got 1,000, right? We have 100 plus 6, then this will give us $700. Okay, so when you're balancing off, we agreed on the definition. Balancing off, we are actually comparing the amounts on the debit side and the amounts on the credit side. It's a process of comparing the amounts on the debit side and the amounts on the credit side. So how do we go about it now? Okay, I think it's now clear. You can actually follow from this. That on the debit side, we've got 2,100. On the credit side, we've got what? 700. So in the ledger now, this is my working. Please don't use this section. This is actually my working. Okay, I don't want to use this section. It's my working. Okay, you compare the amounts. You skip one line first. What's more important, you skip one line. Please try to skip this line. Okay, this line should be skipped. Okay, then you put double lines on this one, but let's put the figures first. So we are comparing the amounts in the debit side and an amount on the credit side. So the big amount, you take the big amount. In this case, the big amount is 2,100. We write it 2,100 like this, 2,100 on both sides. Remember, it's balancing off. We write 2,100 as the big amount you write on both sides, 2,100. Okay, so you're supposed to double underline that. Okay, and there's a line. I can't find it from my computer, so you take advantage, but I think you need to put a double line under this one and a double line under this. Okay, then you compare these amounts, right? You need to compare the amounts. Okay, let me see what has happened to the technology in this case. All right, we're back to normalcy. Okay, so we are saying where there is a shortfall, you subtract 2,000. The working, this is my working sheet. So you are going to do this 2,100 minus, you subtract what? $700. Okay, and what do we get? The answer in this case will be equal to, the answer in this case will be, where's my equal sign? Okay, the answer would be 1,400 if my math is fine, I think. Okay, so you compare the amounts. Let me try to enlarge it so that it doesn't squeeze them. Okay, the difference in this case is 1,400. Where there is a shortfall, you put the amount on top. So the shortfall, there's a shortfall on the credit side, there's a less figure, so we put the 1,400. Okay, and this is a shortfall. We write balance, we write CD. In this case, in our details column, we can just write balance. Okay, I don't know what's happening on this one. Okay, we need to write what? Balance. Okay, balance in our details column. We write balance, okay, like this. And then we write CD because there is a short for on this one. We write C stroke D, and we agree the short for in this case was what? Was actually 2000 minus 700, which is 1000 what? 400. Okay, 1400. I think it's now clear. Okay, so maybe let me try to reduce the font size, or let me merge these cells. Let me reduce the font so that you can actually follow whatever is taking place here. Okay, this is very simple. I will take you step by step and you understand. Okay, where there is excess, it means on the credit side there was an excess. Remember, this is my working sheet. There was an excess of how much? There was an excess of 1,400, the shortfall of 1,400, and here there should be excess of 1,400. We also write 1,400, and where there's excess, you write BD, balance brought down, and we said, we agreed, we write what? Balance in this case. And which date do we use? This is January, so the following month, okay, what we agreed in the balance BD, it should carry the last date, it should carry the first date of the following month, okay, or not. So we actually write this February 1, okay, we write February 1, okay, like this. I hope you are following. There's no need to underline this one, okay, there's no need to underline. Let me remove it, okay, but there is it's necessary to put another line on top of this one, okay. This one is misbehaving. Let me try to erase it so that you can actually see whatever is taking place, okay. I remove this one because of the change that is taking place there. All right, fine. So I think let me try to do the working again together. We can do it. Don't worry, I want to assist you. How we do it, we are saying the first thing, balancing off. We are doing balancing off, and balancing off, we agreed it's a process of comparing the amounts on the credit side. This is our credit side, and the amounts on the debit side. Okay, let me have a pen, maybe it also very necessary for you to see. So we are saying we compare the amounts on the credit side, balancing off, and the amounts on the debit side. Okay, right? So we are saying here we have got a total of how much? We have a total of 2,100. Here we have a total of $700. Okay, so we compare 2,100. This is our 2,100 on my working sheet. Okay, we compare 2,100 and the total of 700. Okay, how do we compare? We compare which one is bigger. So we are going to subtract 2,000 minus 700. We get 1,400. And where there is a shortfall, we write the balance CD, but we use the last date of that month. So here I omitted, we need to write the date, and this is January 1. So as we agreed on our notes, this is January 1. Okay, January what? 1. Okay. Where there is excess, we need to double underline this one, and we need also to put a line this way. We need double underline this one. Okay, so why did we write 2,100? 2,100, the bigger amount is written on both sides, the debit and also the credit. Okay, where there is excess, all right, this is our excess side, the credit, the debit side had excess, so you write balance what? If there is excess, so it means we are supposed to write balance BD. Balance BD is the shortfall, is the excess in this case, and the excess is 1,400 like this one. So balance CD and balance BD are actually the same, but the way you date them and the way you put the balances is what differs, okay? And we write our first date of the following month, and remember this is our accounts are for January, and the following month is what? February. So we write the first date of the following month. Okay, I think you were appreciating the concepts, and I want you to try now in pairs or individually. I want you to get to the other part of this question that I've prepared to see whether you were following whatever was taking place. So I'm trying to clear the screen so that we can actually use it again. Okay, you can actually pause the video and continue with the workings. Okay, all right. Let's move on to the cash account. We want to see how we can actually do it in the cash account. Okay, let me get also the pen. I think it can be helpful. Okay, let's assume that this is our working sheet. Working sheet below. Okay, I want to take this advantage of this one and use it as our working sheet. What's the idea? We are balancing off, and balancing off, we said it's a way of a process of comparing the amounts appearing on the debit side and the amounts appearing on the credit side. So this is our debit. Our right hand side is our credit side. So we are comparing the amounts appearing on the amounts. We are comparing the amounts appearing on the credit side and the amounts appearing on the debit side. So this is our process of balancing off. All right, and we agreed in our last example is we add the amounts appearing on the debit side. We have got 100, a total of 100. Okay, we write 100 here. Okay, and we have a total of 500 plus 600. What we get 1,100. Okay, 1,100. I think you can actually follow from this. Okay, and we agreed that this is our big amount. Okay, the big amount is written on all sides. This is what we call balancing off. The big amount is written on all sides. Okay, and we agreed that we need also to skip this line, because that's where we were going to write. So you skip this line, please. Can you skip this line? All right, that's fine. So what do we do? After skipping this line, we write the big amount, which is actually, let me just take this, take advantage of this. Okay, the big amount is 1,100. We write 1,100 and you double underline on both sides, 1,100, you double underline. Where there is a shortfall, you write CD, and the shortfall is actually on the debit, and we compare 1,100 minus 100, we get 1,000. So we write 1,000 on this one as our balance CD. This is our CD because this is a shortfall, and we write balance in the details column like this one. And then we write the last date of that month. This is January 31. Okay, I think this is very clear. Where there is excess, we write balance BD. This is the side which is bigger. So we write B stroke D, and the excess is actually still the same as the shortfall, 1,000. Then we write balance. All right, and what date would we write? This is this January. So we are moving into the next month, which is what? February 1. Okay, I think this is how you were supposed to do this one. And remember, we said you need to double underline. Where do you double underline? You double underline this one, you put a line above this one to show that we are now balancing off. And we agreed to get the balance CD or the balance BD, you subtract. So it's a matter of just saying, let me just do the working so that you can follow. I don't want you to miss this one. So it's how do you calculate this one? We are actually saying 1,100. We are comparing these figures minus 100. Okay, and our maths, we agreed that this will give us this one will give us what? This one will give us what? Okay, will give us 1,000. Okay, this is how we are supposed to do this one. Okay, I think this was very clear to everyone, and I hope you managed to understand. And remember, our focus was balancing off. Okay, maybe a quick rundown of what we were covering today. Let me try to clear the screen so that we can summarize our lesson and check whether people were understanding or following whatever I was saying. Okay, and remember, I'll be posting videos on this platform, so I encourage you to continue following our channel, or you simply subscribe so that you get a quick update of whatever will be happening in our virtual class. Okay, so we said balancing off is balancing off means matching figures of debit of figures of debits and credits of the account. And the key notes that we went through today were balance CD, and the meaning it stands for balance carried down. It means balance carried down to the following month, and balance CD carries the last date of the month. That, if, for example, 31 December. Then we agreed again, I think below this, we agreed on balance BD stands for balance brought down, and balance brought down carries the first date of the following month. Okay, and also we did the balancing off on this account. I think everyone managed to follow. We take the big amount, you write it on both on both sides, 2,100. Then where there is a shortfall, you put CD. Where there is excess, you put balance BD. Okay, and how do you get 1,400? You subtract the amount on the credit and the total in the. Okay, then this is our last part of the question, okay, which I want you also to note. This was a cash account, and also the big amount in this case was 1,100 and 1,100 both sides. Then where there's shortfall, we record the CD. This is our shortfall and last date of the month. Then where is excess, we record the balance BD and write the first date of the following month. Okay, I think this is the end of our lesson, and I hope you manage to understand. For any queries, if there is any technical challenge, be free to contact me on my number, on my email, my Zimbabwean number, and our YouTube account. I'm encouraging you to subscribe to our YouTube account for latest videos. Okay, I think this is our end of our lesson, and what we'll be doing in our next lesson, we want to extract a trial balance from this. So I'll be taking you step by step for you to understand. Okay.